100-day pictures, 50-day pictures, and finally it's come to a weekend. I think it's just some evil forces at work, maybe. All Bachchan's fans would really enjoy and love that. First of all, I did not see the marathon before the release. Ram Gopal Varma is spreading to mess to whom? Whole thing was a hogwash. I am saying it exactly the way it is. But if they don't want to believe in that and they want to have conspiracy theories, they're welcome to it.
In these days, it makes more sense to ask whether the publicity campaign has been a hit rather than asking whether the film has been a hit. That is Ram Gopal Varma on Twitter, and we have with us the man himself. The publicity campaign for his next film, Not a Love Story, has launched today. The first look has been out on Bollywood Hungama. You feel that these days the publicity campaign is become
absolutely. There's no doubt about it. See, the point is, as a window is getting smaller in terms of the 100-day pictures, 50-day pictures, and finally it's come to a weekend. So the whole point of film today, the content, of course, one will try their best in their capacity to get, but the whole idea is to get people inside the theatre in the first day or second day or whatever, you know. So for which publicity plays a very important role. So a lot of times you hear this, that a picture nobody seems to like it, but it's collected terrific. Now the collections, whether are a function of actual people liking it or enough number of people deciding to see it, is what which reflects as collections, you know. So to that extent, I think it more or less boiled down to the so-called opening weekend, which is not really a function of the content, like I said. So the publicity has worked. So in the case of Not a Love Story, when someone said, I think the poster is looking too obvious, too literal in the sense of what the story. I said that's exactly the point. You should say what the film is about. It's not about being subtle and everything. You know?
No ambiguity about it.
Even if someone knows that there is based loosely on the Maria Suseraj murder case, even assuming one doesn't know, never heard of it, the fact that there's a body in the foreground and there is two people sitting and with a look of helplessness in their face and not knowing what to do, as an image by itself, it tells you enough what the film is about or could be about. I think that's the whole point.
If those of you who are wondering who this scary looking guy is, so then that is Deepak Dobriyal. He's looking very different from what you must have seen him so far. He's looking very menacing. The first thing that captures your mind the moment you see it is his look, the way he is looking at Mahi Gill.
See, when I want to cast Deepak Dobriyal in the role, a lot of people, including my own people, opposed me because they just couldn't picture him in a role like this because of the comic timing he has or most of the popular roles he played. Right. But I always felt there was a certain sense of madness in him. In fact, I haven't really seen him on screen ever, you know. But when a couple of times I happened to meet him, I just thought there was a certain madness. In something as drastic as killing a man and cutting him into pieces, I feel if you take an obviously tough-looking guy, it's very A for A, you know. But the moment you see a small, frail-looking guy, you know, with like a Deepak, you know, the menace and the scare factor would be much more stronger. That's what I thought.
Definitely. I don't know if you've seen Gulal, Anurag Kashyap's Gulal. I think he's played somewhat similar character over there. He looks frail. He looks like absolutely not the sort who can be as menacing as he can be, but I think he has a very chilling kind of role over there.
Yeah, because I think his eyes has got a certain madness, you know, a certain intensity. Yeah.
Even in Omkara we saw that.
आया और सबके सामने तुम्हारे मुंह से मालपुआ खींच के बकोस गया तब तुम्हारा गूदा किंग गया था कंपनी गार्डन
Okay, I believe one thing that we found out today in the newspaper is that you've shot the film on DSLR camera.
Yeah.
Could you tell something to people about it?
See, I honestly believe the DSLR camera, the Canon 5D and anything like in that arena is eventually going to completely take over the industry. You know, I have no doubts about that. See, either you're using it as a cost-cutting, time-cutting device, which is the most obvious use, which is probably films like maybe Stanley Ka Dabba or Ragini Memes did. But what I find fascinating about it, it gives you angles and movements which are not possible with a conventional camera, including the Red and Alexia. So the point is, the main function, I mean, the most appealing function for me when I saw it, the fact the sheer size of the thing is so small, you can literally, the director can imagine any shot and it is possible to do that. You know?
It's like a
in terms of
handheld camera.
It's a handheld camera.
Like
not even a question of handheld. There are rigs for it. It's not that it has to be handheld or anything like that. Virtually any movement which a normal camera can do, it can do that, and it can do 10 times better movements than that.
It's much more cheaper as well.
Of course, that is given. Actually, what the bigger part is about this, you know, it changed the complete language of cinema for me. After 20 years of being in the industry, the first time I felt reinvented myself as a director is because of the DSLR cameras.
For the first time you're using it?
Yeah.
For any film?
And so using it to see, I shot a experimental Telugu film just to feel what its cameras are about.
ఎవడైనా కటింగ్ ఇస్తే ఒక్కొక్కటి బుర్రను బుల్లెట్ తిడతాయి.
For the first time, probably, I've completely eliminated the use of a DOP in the film. There's no director of photography, no cameraman in the film.
So who's done it, the camera?
No camera. That's the whole point. What does a cameraman do? A cameraman is doing lighting, and then he's doing composing a frame, and then probably he might be deciding on a visual design for the scene. So there are no lights used in Not a Love Story at all. So there's no lighting. Then there's no compositor, because every shot is being taken by 4 to 5 different cameras from angles, 4 to 5 operators. Each of them are not coordinating with each other. Nobody knows what the other guy is shooting. I, as a director, I'm concentrating on the actors, of their performances and everything.
And they're operators, they're not cameramen?
No, they're actually students of still photography who shot Not a Love Story. They've never been on a film set before or something like that. You know?
Interesting.
For the first time in my career, Not a Love Story, I completely put myself in the back seat and left it to someone else's vision of the scene. Now, even the editing, unlike in the old school where there's one guy's editing and we see editing so and so, the title card comes, here there are 6 editors working simultaneously on 6 Mac Pro computers. So all these students, the young boys from the FX school, you know, I mean, a lot of this whole thing, whatever I managed to do, is thanks to the FX school boys, you know. Virtually, I think what this technology does is anyone can make a film. There is no question, no one needs money to make film anymore, you know. The only problem will be to release it, because that's a function. So the moment I say anyone can make a film, what happens is everyone will make a film. So probably 1,000 films might come out, shot with these cameras, you know. But now the question is to release it and distribute it and in a theatre, which is an expensive process. But the more number are there, the distribution companies will have more to choose from. So it's very important. The content has to work, and the content has to be packaged in a promo which will make it interesting.
Now, talking about the publicity part of it, we saw something in the recent times, the Ragini MMS, the way the publicity machinery was. Some will have objections to it, maybe because of the manner in which the sexual content of the film was a bit overblown in a way. But it worked. It worked with the people in general, the entire auto rickshaw thing, that Ragini yahan baithi, and in the final analysis, it worked for the film as well. Does that form of publicity appeal to you? And
no, see, it's not a question of appealing. See, I think at the end of the day, what is publicity? Publicity is nothing but the filmmaker's attempt. I mean, draw
it is on the somewhat similar genre of what you are having.
Correct. But I think in publicity, to state clearly, this is what it's about. So people who want to see it will see it. People who don't want to see it won't see it. And I think it's a filmmaker's prerogative to use any means to attract attention to the cause of his film, whatever it is his film about.
Yeah, that we know. That we know your policy. In fact, we've discussed that earlier as well.
Yeah.
What are the number of prints that you're planning to come out with? Because when you're talking about the budgeting of the film and the entire costings and everything, so I think that the number of prints that you'll be coming out with will be quite crucial as well.
Number of prints is more a result of the window which is open at that time, the number of films which are coming, and also how much heat we can generate. It's not only up to the producer, it's also up to the how the trade reacts and the exhibitors react. So I think that is too premature to talk about the number right now.
What is the budget of the film so far, if you exclude the print and publicity?
No, print and publicity, and I would think it's around 2.5.
All inclusive, including print and publicity?
No, not excluding.
And how much are you planning for print and publicity as such?
It will be in the range of around 5.
5 only for print and publicity?
Yeah.
So the total becomes around 7.5, which is a good budget.
Yeah.
For a film of this nature too, because we've seen it in recent times that reasonably budgeted films, and if they create a certain amount of buzz, they tend to recover as well. And I think it's very crucial for you, considering that Rakta Charitra, I think it's worked more in South India than in the Hindi belt. So it's very important that you have a hit as well.
Yeah.
So you're looking forward to that?
You see, in my entire career, I've never looked for a hit or a failure. I kept on making films, and I've been asked this question in the last 20 years about 200 times, because I make 5-6 films a year. Yeah.
You're making another film which has been talked about, that is the sequel to Bhoot, which you're calling it as Bhhoooo, in fact.
Yeah.
So what exactly happened? Why weren't you approached for making the remake?
I don't think there's anything related to that. See, the point basically, a long time back, me and Nitin did a film together, which is Bhoot, obviously. And after that, I haven't worked with him. No need to get into the reasons and all that. And so it is not a question of it's because of that, what has been announced or anything. I just got across a subject and I want to make a film.
It's very uncanny because at one point of time they're announcing Bhoot 2, and you're announcing on the same, almost the same day or maybe, that you're making a film called Bhhoooo, which is it's a horror film, and some of the lines of Bhoot in fact.
I think it's just some evil forces at work, maybe.
Evil forces, the fact that you like maybe doing things in a certain way, the way you made the Ram Gopal Varma ki Aag, and
I mean, obviously, anything I do will only be because I like to do it.
And will the star cast of what sort of star cast?
I mean, I haven't yet decided, but it will be mostly a mixture of slightly known people or unknown people.
Okay, and will you be like looking forward to Vikram Bhatt's Bhoot 2 as well? Would you be?
See, I mean, I don't look forward to any film for that matter. So I very rarely watch Hindi films. I mostly watch foreign films. So I don't think I look forward to any film, not necessarily a Vikram Bhatt film.
Apparently, you've liked this movie called Buried a lot recently.
Yeah, very much.
What exactly is it all about?
Genius, See, Buried basically is a nearly 100-minute film shot entirely in a closed coffin. I mean, it just blew me away, I mean, for all what people talk about locations and this and production values, how can it be even that someone could think of to write a film and actually shoot a film inside a coffin? It just, you can't take your eyes off for one minute in the whole film. And actually shot a climax inside a closed coffin. The whole thing is lit with just one Zippo and one flash the cell phone flashlight,
I need more time. I'm begging you. Let me out of here. I promise you, I will get you the money. No.
It's amazing. I mean, if you ask me, I think it's pure cinematic genius. I haven't seen anything like that in my entire career.
And you are very excited about Buddha Hoga Tera Baap, Mr. Bachchan. You feel that he's looking damn good.
Yeah.
So what is it exactly in Buddha Hoga Tera Baap that is really appealing to you?
Hey, Buddha!
See, the point is, Buddha Hoga Tera Baap, I haven't seen the film, but what the Jagan's intention or to throw back to the great films of Amitabh Bachchan, which you all enjoyed over the years, I think it's just almost like paying homage to that cinema. So I think starting to see him again walking in high speed and throwing one-liner dialogues and all that flamboyance and style and everything, So I think all Bachchan's fans would really, really enjoy and love that.
Okay, and what about department? When are you starting department?
I'm starting next month.
Next month itself? Okay, and what is your final star cast in department as of now?
Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, Sanjay Dutt, Rana Daggubati, and Kangana Ranaut, Abhimanyu Singh, and some more.
What really happened? Why did you drop Abhishek Bachchan?
No, I don't think it dropped. See, the whole point was we were supposed to start at a certain time period, and where obviously I have some commitment after that. And at that point of time, he was not available. So we just took a decision to we'll work some other time later.
Okay, and all these rumors that before the release of Abhishek's film, the Marudam and all that, Ram Gopal Varma is spreading these
this kind of explains. The point is, I'm now asked a very simple question which I didn't get an answer till now. What could I have, see, did I put it on the Twitter? Did I put it on my blog? First of all, I did not see the Marudam before the release. Let us assume for a second I saw it. I might maybe tell a friend, suppose I didn't like it, I'm assuming that also.
Sure.
I might say I saw Dhammaradam, I didn't like it. How is that going to damage? I mean, everybody sees every film 2-3 days before or whatever time before, and they'll keep on messaging internally on a private opinion. It's when you say it to a journalist officially, or is put it on the Twitter or the blog, then someone can say that he is damaging the picture's reputation. Nobody ever checked that. Ram Gopal Varma is spreading to message to whom? I just want to know the name of one person. So if he says he put it on the Twitter, he put it on this, he put it on here, he said in the blog, he said in this interview, then I can understand. So that whole thing was a hogwash, what that whole thing was about.
Because all those reports were there that Mr. Varma was there at Mr. Bachchan's house to placate him, and we saw him, his car, and those kind of reports that came up.
That's what I'm saying. See, people want to believe.
Did Mr. Bachchan say anything to you? Did you have a discussion?
Of course not. Because it is so stupid. I mean, if for 1 second you think anybody, but people don't want to think. I'm asking a simple question: what could I have written? Who I could have written it to? That one thing nobody in the media answered me so far.
Mr. Varma, when people put 2 and 2 together, that in our last interview you had spoken about Abhishek and you were very confident about Abhishek and all. But the fact is that suddenly Abhishek is dropped. His films have not been working at the box office at all. In fact, Dhammaradam has been somewhat appreciated at the box office. I think he was pretty good in that film as well. But somewhere those things happened that he was part of the department and you were very gung-ho about him. Now he's not part of the department. So somewhere those people do put 2 and 2 together.
But that's what I'm saying. But what is the 2 and 2 together? See, eventually my closeness to the Bachchans, that's what I'm saying. What we talk inside, we'll only know. Others, the people who don't have any work, will speculate and think all kinds of things. So what can I answer to them? I'm saying it everything. I'm saying it exactly the way it is. But if they don't want to believe in that, and they want to have conspiracy theories, they're welcome to it.
Okay, and did you have any discussion with Abhishek regarding this at all?
Of course, I keep talking to him. We keep sending messages to each other all the time.
And you feel that Aishwarya Rai is more beautiful than Mona Lisa?
100%. I mean, there is no, I think, there's no comparison.
Finally, sir, what are your future plans apart from Bhhoooo, Department, and Not a Love Story? What are the other plans that you're having?
Right now, it's just this. Till, I guess, I'll see.
Okay, and when is it releasing? The release date, have you found?
Should be on August 19th.
That was Mr. Ram Gopal Varma talking about his next film, Not a Love Story, and the first look has been launched in Bollywood Hungama today, and he has also clarified a few things about the entire rumours that I've been doing about Abhishek Bachchan and whatever rumours that had been spread, and yes, he's enjoying Mr. Bachchan in the entire Bhoot avatar as well. Thank you very much, sir. Looking forward to all your ventures, and just all the best wishes.
Thank you.
That's all we have from Bollywood Hungama. Keep on watching.